Welcome to day 7 of 7 days of rest, where today we're looking at intimacy with the infinite.
We are standing here in a very sacred site in Mexico. It's the pyramids of Teotihuacan, just outside of Mexico City. This is literally where the men and the women, humans, would come and become the gods, the divine energy. And this is a junction between both planes, the terrestrial and the celestial plane. So what a synchronicity and what a coincidence that this is where we're at. We are just coming out of a very beautiful, extenuous, sacred, healing sweat lodge with the elders here in Teotihuacan, with the grandfather and the grandmother, the guardians of this sacred spot. And so this is quite the experience to be able to connect at a very deep and a very terrestrial and very heavenly way with the infinite.
I believe the grandparents are the custodians, one of the sun pyramid and the other of the moon pyramid.
Correct. And they have been passed on from generation to generation, not as owners or a possession of it, but rather as placeholders and guardians of these sacred sites to allow that sacred energy to be able to be landed here on this planet.
And what a beautiful way to then honor the intimacy with the infinite, having gone into the womb, the cosmic womb of the Great Mother, where we were able to become really intimate with the infinity of our personhood, the infinity of our divinity, the infinity even of the great pressures and the great conflicts that weigh upon our hearts, those that are representations of the great conflicts and the great pressures that are the world over. This intimacy with the infinite that we experience inside the darkness of the Temescal is the intimacy where the Divine Mother and the Divine Father come together in sacred union. And in this sacred union, this is where creation happens. This is where the seeds fall, from all ends of the earth into that sacred place where they are germinated, where they go into the place of extreme darkness. And it is through that place of extreme darkness that they're able to burst forth through the struggles of going through the soil, the hardness, into the sun, where this great pyramid that we see, this great temple, honors the sun. But also in that darkness, we honor the moon, we honor the lunar energy, we honor the feminine, we honor the yin, we honor the darkness, and we honor that this is infinite duality. And this is sacred duality, and it is for that reason that we only had 2 doors, I believe, to honor that perfect duality between the masculine and the feminine, that indivisible duality that we all are as humanity.
And this, we feel very privileged and honored to be able to be in these lands with the elders, doing sacred ceremony with them. And we understand that that might not be the opportunity for all of us. However, after having had this experience and learning from the elders and understanding how the energy works and this intimacy with the infinite, it's very easy for us to do. It's very simple. All we need to do is just close our eyes and imagine that you are inside of yourself. You are your own sweat lodge. You are your own temazcal. There's absolutely nothing, no external stimuli from outside, no problems, no conflict. It's all within you. And when we are deep inside, we can connect with our breath and connect with our heart, our fires, and calm our waters that are circulating through our blood and our water systems, and feel our earth, which is our body. And that is a connection. We can have a very intimate connection with our internal infinite, and it can serve as a microcosm for everything that's out there, for everything that's in these temples, in these sweat lodges, what the elders are teaching us. It's the same, as within, so without. So if we are looking for that intimacy, let's go deep inside of our hearts to find the enigmas of the universe.
And interestingly enough, the elders were telling us about how these temples here in Teotihuacan are actually manifesting the cosmos. They are manifestations of our Milky Way, of that which exists above us, that which surrounds us. And this, as usual, is the same as we have over the waters, the great waters in Africa, where the great temples are, for instance, up in the north on the Nile Meridian, on the Zeb Tepi, the meridian of first time, right down to the great temples of the sun down in Yolanga, where the first solar calendar of the world is to be found, right where we find the oldest lunar calendar of the world in the mountains of the Lebombo Mountains near Swaziland. These places that connect the Nile Meridian are also emanations of the river above, which the great elders say is our galaxy, or our Milky Way. And this is an emanation of all the galaxies and all that happens within us. So ultimately, these great temples, these great pyramids, these great sacred sites are just ways that we connect with knowing that ultimately we are the same as the stardust. We resonate with that which exists above us, but also that which is below us. We are the rivers, we are the rain which is falling now, we are the stars, we are all that is, we are infinite, infinitely intimate with the infinite.
And what a great pleasure and what an honor to close with this blessing from the sky. It's the beings of this place, the beings, the guardians of this planet that are blessing us with their showers of water, which is life. So let's welcome those blessings. Let's welcome that life. Let's welcome the rains and the water anywhere we may be on this planet. Let's welcome the elements. Let's welcome life and our connection to the infinite in an intimate way.
And may the year ahead be infinitely intimate with all that is divine. Ashe, Aho.
Plaso Kamati.